Welcome back. This is Good Morning Kenya, and from politics we come down to Family Check, and today we have a special guest in studio. My name is Stephanie Ayeta. You can talk to us using the hashtag Good Morning Kenya at KBC Channel 1. My personal handle is Stephanie Ayeta, that is on Twitter. So today we are talking about personality development. We want to understand the types of personalities we have so that we can know how to enhance our personalities, and who else to best assist us with this conversation other than a counselor. We have a counselor, a teacher, and a trainer. This is Zipporah Wanyeki. Karibu sana.
Asante sana, Stephanie.
Yeah, you have been to the show before,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So we're glad to have you again today.
I'm glad to have you too.
And we want you to assist us with this understanding about, to understand what personality is. So maybe you can start us off with telling us what is a personality.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. To begin with, I'll start by saying that you must have heard this title, you must have heard this name mentioned all over. I don't like your personality, exactly. You are too harsh, you're too what. So we want to demystify what personality is, and maybe what is personality development. And start by saying that personality is the overall quality that you possess.
Okay.
Your qualities, what makes you you, the unique you. It's a combination of character, your behavior, your emotions, your way of thinking. Okay. I mean, there are many. And why we want to tell you about personality development is number one. If you cannot get along with yourself, okay, you cannot get along with other people. True. So we must train you, Stephanie, how to deal with your issues first, to know yourself, so to understand who you are, before you can even go and project your behavior outside there. So I'll start by telling you that nobody possesses one type of personality.
But before you get into that, is there a difference between a personality and a character?
Sure.
What's the difference?
A great one. Stephanie, personality is who you are, okay, and what you do while others are watching.
Okay.
The way you walk, the way you laugh, the way you enjoy things, that is your personality while we are observing you. Character, on the other hand, is who you are and what you are while we are not watching, when you're alone. Okay. Now that is your character.
That is your character.
So when we are doing marital counseling, we tell people you fall in love with a personality, but you have to live with the character. Yes.
So the character is very important.
Very important.
To know the character in a person.
Yes.
And can you change a character, or can you change a personality?
No. Interestingly, just like your skin, you cannot change your personality. Okay. That is something all Kenyans need to know. All what you can, you hear all these people coming telling you, I want to get married to this person, I know he'll change. He won't.
It's a lie.
He can't. So personality cannot be changed. But there are some aspects, because we'll be looking at personality types. Okay. And I'll tell you that for every personality that we look at, there are the good parts and there are the negative parts. So you can modify your personality. Right. We'll be talking about what happens when we talk of personality disorders. Okay. Someone like a narcissistic person, he has some elements that you would not like. Weird ones. So you can modify your negative. Maybe something like aggression. You realize that you're too aggressive, the negative aspect of it. So you can modify, but you can never change a personality. Okay. Never be lied to it by anyone. You can't
tell us about the personality types.
Thank you.
So that we get to that.
I want to start with the most common one, and maybe a little bit difficult to identify. Yeah. We call it the choleric.
Choleric.
Yes. Now, these are people who are go-getters. A choleric is never discouraged in this life.
Oh, yes.
They don't settle for less.
They know what they want and they go for it.
And these people, they're very hardworking, by the way. They end up becoming workaholic. And what work office, even late night working. These are people who are, I started by saying they're very energetic, by the way. These people, other than being go-getters, they use others to climb up there. That's a negative aspect. They can use you, misuse you, and abuse you at the same time. As long as they see life as a project. Okay. I have to get to this church. is a project. What am I gaining from that? So these people end up working too much. They have what we call a military approach.
Okay.
They give orders, a lot of them.
So when you get the fathers in the house that are,
my, if
the
you have
strict ones, the ones that are like from
I'll
the
come
military.
and tell you what happens if a choleric marries a choleric. You'll be surprised.
Okay.
Because a choleric is this person who does not settle for less. You discourage him, he has a reason to even work harder. For that reason.
Okay.
These people are go-getters and they don't settle for anything. They hate delay. They hate delay. Even in a traffic, it's very easy to identify a choleric.
So patience is not not a virtue for them.
Yes, they have no patience with anyone. So cholerical people who are, the bad thing about it, one negative aspect that we can look at is that they believe they are Mr. and Mrs. Know-it-all. They don't delegate. They believe it has to be my way or nobody else's way. I have to be the one doing it.
So can we put a narcissist in this category, or that's just another thing altogether?
I will not want to classify him here because a choleric has a good part, has a good element. It's a personality. Narcissistic, we study it when we are talking about abnormal behaviors.
Oh, so it's
abnormal behaviors. Now, there is just the way we have mood disorders, we have sexual disorders, we have personality disorders.
Okay.
These people you hear, they have what you call schizophrenia. It's someone who sees in a world of their own. They see things that are not there. So those are abnormal behaviors. So we'll talk about narcissistic because it's a whole wide topic. But it is good to know because they can abuse you. It is the worst thing that can happen to humankind. When you're dealing with a narcissistic, they bring you down. They bring your esteem down. They are not very good to deal with. So those are choleric that we have just discussed. The second type of personality that we can talk about, and I've not exhausted because they can be wide and by the end of this show you should be able to know what personality you
I have. I'm trying to place myself somewhere.
We call it melancholic.
Okay.
Now these are people who I hear people calling them neat freaks. You've ever heard of someone who's neat freak? They want their things done in a certain way. I cannot sleep on a bed if the sheets are not white. They must be white and they must be ironed. Not just ironed. I like my curtain this way. I like my bed this way. I like this.
My cup in this place.
Yes,
so when you move it, there's a problem.
You remove this and you put it here. They're extremely orderly.
Okay.
That is number one. Melancholic people, they are highly scheduled. Highly scheduled. I mean, if we want to take tea with you in the month of December,
you have to plan
to book me
earlier, like January.
Extremely scheduled. They you have to fit in their plan. So you don't wake up one day and tell them, nataka tuende holiday. They will not attend. They won't.
They are
you
planned
have
out.
to tell them, yes, they are highly scheduled. If you're dealing with maybe a child who is melancholic, these are children, by the time they go to bed, they know where all their toys are, properly arranged, and they caution you, ma'am,
don't touch. So when you move it, they know. They know they left it there and you tampered.
These are melancholic.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they can be mean people. Melancholic can be mean people because, by the way, we are talking about somebody who knows even how much the bank account is. Yourself, nikikuuliza, you know, there's some money in the bank where if you have like 1,000 and maybe some 2 shillings there, you ignore the shillings. They know the exact bank balance. So they have to schedule everything. I'll take so and so out for coffee on this day, and it has to be, and we are going to use this specific to budget.
Wow.
By the way, in terms of spending, they are not overspenders. No, they are very mean in the way they spend their things.
So we can say the stingy people fall in this
Unfortunately,
category.
it said that they die poor. I don't know why.
So you know, when you don't give,
it, the Bible says
it doesn't come
back. Now, something else about these people is that though they are the best workers in any organization, you'd have them as the best workers. One thing to know about these people is that they can, because they're extremely detailed. This is someone who knows this way I keep my cup, this way I keep my what and my what. When I wake up, I do this and this and this. They may even get late. They don't meet deadlines. They've been busy getting into details.
They're too much into details.
They're so much into details, so they will not. And even in life, you will find that melancholic might even take longer to get a marriage partner.
Wow.
They're looking for Mr. Perfect. You're looking for this person who already exists in your own world, by the way. Tall, dark, handsome
ladies.
The lips must be like this, the hair, the eyebrows, and the
eyes have to be
too detailed. Yeah?
So you miss out.
Yeah, but actually they are the best workers in any organization because you realize that they'll go into details. They'll go into details. You want things done, give it to a melancholic.
So an asset
you want to plan a wedding, give it to a melancholic. They know the gown, the size, they know the color, they know all these details. They're very creative, by the way.
So they'll do the execution to
yes, they'll do the artistic in nature. That's something good about them. So they are highly ordered, highly formal. Okay. These people are very scheduled, extremely scheduled.
So can you say a perfectionist?
Thank you. That's the word.
And is being a perfectionist not a disorder?
No. It's not.
It's okay.
It's a personality.
It's a personality.
I told you for every personality that you have, there is the good part and the bad part. So the bad part is that you might be too much into perfectionism and you end up missing other things. I feel like they don't have their lives. Okay. Oh my, what if two of them get married? Oh. What a boring marriage they'll have.
There'll be trouble in that house.
Trouble in that house. I want things this way and you want this way.
But now a perfectionist living with someone who doesn't live up to their standards, you know.
Again, that is trouble.
It's a trouble.
It's
so
trouble because you find that they will feel intimidated. I mean, a melancholic want their food prepared in a certain way.
Yeah.
So this is a husband, and then gets marries a wife who is cooking what Kenyans call mashakura. So you think they'll eat?
They won't.
He wants the bed made in a certain way, and then you come and make it just the cultural way your mother taught you. You think they'll accommodate that?
So they'll always be
you will feel
intimidated.
All the other times will be intimidated. Yes. So that is the second personality type.
Okay.
We call them the melancholic people. We go to the third one. Now this one is easy to identify. In any marketplace, in any work, in any what, even here, you will identify. We call them the sanguines.
The sanguine.
The sanguines.
Okay.
Sanguines, they are fun-loving people.
Wow.
These are people who are outgoing.
Yeah, the extroverts.
We actually, in the broader perspective, they are extroverts.
Okay.
Now, the sanguines, these are people, when we are talking about them, forever, anything they do it for a show off.
Okay.
They will be posting in Instagram after every 5 minutes. They are on social media.
Yeah.
They have gotten, for example, maybe it's a lady, she's expectant. 2 weeks. She has just tested positive, so hata hatujaona hiyo mimba. She's there posting and very excited.
Their life is out there.
The whole world must know. Today I'm eating chicken stew with what? Take a photo. Social media.
Lazima mjue nakula kuku. Okay.
Now those are sanguines for you.
Sanguines.
They are people who are lively. Very lively,
fun to be around.
Yes, they hate dull moment, by the way. They don't like dull moment, even on a normal day basis. If you go somewhere, they are very friendly.
Okay.
They make friends very fast.
Very fast.
So if you are maybe I'm sure in high school you used to go for sports day, and this school is meeting with this school and this school. The sanguines, you can see them. By the end of the day, they make the majority of the friends from other schools.
Yeah, and you'll have to know them.
And
you
know
notice
your
them
name,
from a
your
crowd.
mother's name, your grandfather's name, your ancestor's name. I mean, they know a lot of details within a short time. Unfortunately, they are indisciplined.
Wow.
The negative aspect of a sanguine, after all these hullabaloo's about them, they're indisciplined. Indisciplined in the sense that they'll never keep time. They're going and they're greeting everybody, so they get late.
Yeah.
But even if they are late and you are the employer there, they'll come and say, hi, good morning, how was your weekend?
They'll
so by the end of the day, you will not punish them.
Yeah.
You won't punish them.
So they know how to have their way around.
Even if they're in a traffic, these are the people who tend to overtake. They're indisciplined anyway. So they are the people who will be honking along and, such. Those are sanguines for you. Okay. The bad thing with them is that they don't bring their project to a logical conclusion. They leave it along the way. So they'll start a project
and then they leave it.
They leave it because they don't like boring moments. For example, if you meet a sanguine at the university, they'll start studying something, a certain career in the arts. in the sciences, anakaka anasikia nasikia kama sciences
zinanichosha. This course is not interesting anymore.
Anakaka anasikia I think I should do interior design. I think so. They'll do so many courses but never finish.
So we should blame that on the personality.
Yes, their personality. Extremely excited. By the way, when you talk about parenting, you realize that parenting is a whole topic altogether. By the way, we shall do it one day. But these people become permissive, permissive parenting style. Okay. They are on social media. So this child is here saying, "Mommy, teacher said we bring what's due." And you know the CBC nowadays, they ask you for anything in the evening. This person has no time for this child. Okay. He's busy on social media. So these people are sanguines, in as much as they are lively and everything, their parenting style is questionable.
Okay.
And actually how you are treated dictates what you become as an adult. If you're treated in a harsh way as an adult, you may not initiate a lot of things.
Yeah.
If you are treated by somebody who didn't even care much about you, even in future you try to pick some of these qualities, you know, so equally not care much.
The children of this type of personality, they tend to become, they feel neglected. Because their parents are always busy with their life and everything.
When we're doing teaching people about parenting skills, one of the things we realize is that kids don't necessarily follow what you say. They're not there.
They see what you do.
They copy what you are doing.
Yeah.
So in future they know daddy likes the latest tablet. The latest, because one thing I didn't tell you about sanguines is that their life is not real. They can get loans to manage their lifestyle. I need an Apple phone, the latest Mercedes-Benz, the latest one. Even if I can't afford it, I'll still get it.
Okay.
So that is the bad thing about
what we see in social media. The people, you know, the fake life.
Things are
those
not
are
real.
sanguine.
Don't kill yourself because of social media.
Don't kill yourself.
Someone who goes to Sarova White Sand, takes photos there and tells you, guys, this is what I'm doing. Chunguza sana. These guys are just somewhere around. So for me, sanguines, they are the life of the party. They are outgoing and they have a lot of energy. A lot. In fact, when they are speaking, they use a lot of gestures. They have to explain to you with words and with everything, throwing hands up in the air. Those are sanguines for you.
Okay.
Yes.
And the fourth one?
So we've talked about melancholy. I mean, we started with choleric. People who are go-getters. We came to melancholic people, highly scheduled and ordered.
The perfectionists.
We talked about sanguines, people who are lively, outgoing, and all those. We talk about the fourth, we call them the temperament. The fourth temperament is phlegmatic. If you are to observe these people, it's easy to note them. They are quiet. They are calm. They are relaxed. They are friendly. They make friends, and they don't like drama. While sanguines are dramatic, the drama queens and the drama king, you should see sanguines divorcing, by the way. Or they divorce in public. And they call names of all the animals that exist in this universe. These others will divorce quietly. They are quiet. They are reserved. They are very friendly, and we tend to call them, I don't use the word empath, because again, empath is an extreme personality, but they're empathetic. You know, to be empathetic is when you put yourself in my shoes, you understand my pain and my sorrows and my joys, you take them to be yours. You know, those are phlegmatic people. Phlegmatic people, unfortunately, in as much as tumewapatia sifa nyingi that they are friendly, they are calm, they don't like drama. If you are quarreling with them, if you're quarreling with a sanguine, you'll quarrel towards the end. But if you quarrel with a choleric, you will fight. But if you quarrel with the phlegmatic, they'll just be quiet. Hata utashanga unamuuliza nini. Because they will not answer you back.
At the end of the day.
They are quiet. They won't answer you back. They won't fight back. They are quiet, godly from outside, because we can never tell what is in the inside. Unfortunately, they are lazy.
So this is interesting.
They don't take initiative. Yeah, they don't. They will not volunteer much, because I said earlier, they don't like being in the limelight. Hawapendi kuonekana. So they just like being reserved to themselves and such. So if you're dealing with these people, I'm always told that they're the best leaders. They are the best leaders. And because life is not all about work, it's about friendship. So they nurture friendships. And even in marriage, they could be the best maybe wife material or something. But I do not want to say that, because I know people will say, oh, I was told to marry. No. You marry someone that you feel you're compatible with, because again, for every personality there's a positive and a negative aspect. So the phlegmatic people, they follow a certain routine.
Okay.
If you go to a phlegmatic, akiweka kiti pale, meza hapa, TV hapa, you might find it that way the next 20 years. They don't like change. I say they are comfortable with the status quo.
Where they are. So, okay, Zephora, thank you. This is just interesting. We have not even gotten to half of it. And I'm being told that time is up. So I would want us to continue with this conversation someday, and to get into, you know, matters of introverts and extroverts, to just know from the broader perspective, and to know how these personalities are compatible, how we can, you know, mix them up, you know, how they relate, and also to understand the different personality disorders that are there, so that we know how to enhance our personalities. So thank you again for gracing us and, you know, helping us understand the different personalities. We'd love to have you again.
You're welcome. I'll be glad to come and tell people that they should just know to get along with yourself. You'll be able to get along with others, so that you avoid projecting behaviors. Behaviors can be projected. If you have a weakness, there's a tendency to pass it over. If you're parenting, your parenting skills will affect even this child. So I'm glad.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And with that, we come to a close on this conversation. But Doreen is coming up next with yet another very interesting conversation. So don't go anywhere. We take a small breath. I will be back.